All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're live. Welcome back to Tripp Smokepit. I should probably have a tagline for that, but I don't.
You need to work on that.
I do. I need to get the juices rolling in the beginning. But before we go any further into this, just want to first off give a shout out to, I feel like a giant asshole, Flashdance Designs. They made me this nice First Mardiv glass, which is going to be my official drinking glass from now on.
That's pretty sweet.
Cheers. And secondly, I want to talk about Project Refit for a second because they have this big community they put together to organize people to help combat. What's what I'm looking for? I've already drank too much tonight. I'm sorry.
Good gracious. Am I going to have to carry this whole thing tonight?
You might have to. Combat isolationism in the veteran and first responder communities. And through the month of November, I am donating 22% of my revenue, not profit, but actual revenue, all sales from art, music, and books to them for that. And speaking of books, tonight's guest is Michele Packard, the author of the Matti Baker series. How are you, Michele, tonight? Even though we had a what's up before this, but we got to do the.
Well, I wanted to make sure I could get on. Yeah. Doing good. Excited to be here. So tell me if I'm talking too loud with these AirPods on.
No, just scream into the microphone at the top.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
Hey, Project Refit. Let's talk about that a little bit, though.
Yeah,
I think that is awesome, and I think we need to make that a little bigger. So how can we do that? I think we should get all kinds of authors to, contribute.
We should probably just start calling people out like you. What are you doing? Why not? But no, you can. They got a Facebook and
That's what you did to me.
Is it what I did? I didn't tag you. I say, hey. No, but they have a website. They run all that stuff too. They actually have an app you can download to use that too. However, to get the app, you have to either be military, veteran, or the direct family member of such. But it's imagine kind of like Facebook, except for instead of all memes, it's like, hey, dude, I got a problem, and then my problem is in this category, and then that gives a notification to everybody that knows how to deal with that kind of stuff, and it comes into it.
Awesome.
But they're really good for stuff like I first got onto them probably about a year ago now, and it was they had this big meeting via Zoom, and at the time I was like, what the fuck is Zoom? To date myself just a little bit. And they were talking to this dude, and his wife actually contacted him because he was down mopey, just not doing anything, like going like real steep down on the fucking decline. And it turned out he'd been out of the military for a bit, didn't know what to do, just kind of got lost. It happens. And then after finding a community where it's like, hey, dude, no, like we've all been through that, we've all been there. There's like 20 or 30 people that showed up just to talk to this one dude for like an hour or two.
That's awesome.
And his wife contacted Project Refit the next day, and she's like, or not the next day, a couple days later, like, yeah, dude, he's outside working on the car again. He started running. Like, it's just like-minded people, because like you go through shit in your life. Like, trauma is weird, and it makes your brain do dumb shit because like chemical imbalances don't ever work the same for anybody.
Yeah.
But one of the things that you can do to, I guess, help alleviate that is talk to somebody who has the same type of brain fuck.
Yep.
For lack of better words, no, listen,
I think there's a lot of stigmas with it. And I think if you have somebody that you can go to, it makes a tremendous difference.
Well, I was going to say with the term brain fuck, I kind of feel like for having that little of a vernacular after, yeah, I'm a writer. Yeah, the chemical imbalance brain fuck.
But isn't that funny? Because people think, hey, you're a writer, you should know these words. I'm like, no.
No, I wrote it down. And it's stupid the way I wrote it down. So I used a fucking thesaurus and then made it pretty, and then had someone else read it, and they said it was stupid. So I rewrote it 14 fucking times, and that's why you like it. You just get the finished product. You look at the hair-pulling insanity that comes out of fucking yelling at yourself in the basement. But since we're talking about dumb shit in the basement, tell us about Matti Baker. How'd that come together? Like, where'd you get the idea for that? And
I think because I read so many Brad Thor books or Stuart Woods or Vince Flynn, all those books, which I love. They're great, right? And I traveled all the time, so I'd read them on the plane. And who doesn't want a a guy that's, drop dead gorgeous, has, a plethora of money and saves the world. And I thought, wow, how about I do this and make it a female? Because guys will love it. And I'll make it shorter, so that way they can read it on the plane, be done with it. And I mean, if I was a guy, I'd rather be reading about a girl than be reading about a guy.
Yeah.
And come to find out, I think women like the book better, the book series better, but that's all right. I'll take it anyway. So.
Hey, listen, if you're going to like buy it on Amazon, sure. I don't care what you're fucking doing. Leave me a goddamn review, motherfucker.
Right? I mean, come on. And I try to.
Good. 5 stars. Boom.
Listen, even now on Amazon, everything they give you is, review. And I try to do that now just because I realize as an indie author, I mean, it really does make a difference.
Right.
It changes, how people perceive what you do, everything else. So
yeah, and like, we don't have the marketing or the publishers behind us to be like, hey, give this whatever have them tell all their friends and just get like 500 fucking reviews for just showing up,
Oh, I know. And if you give it to them free, they still don't review it.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
So
you got to open your box though,
because
it's part of the whole show.
All right.
Because I knew you would need this.
All right.
Don't go into the note. Just open the box.
Once again, if this is Gwyneth Paltrow's severed head, I'm going to be very, very upset. Is this okay to open with a blade?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I mailed it saying it was Halloween decorations.
So by Halloween decorations, it's a bunch of liquor. So I'm going to get so drunk I sleep in the front yard.
Well, maybe. I mean, that's really my goal and intent for this, evening conversation.
I like that, Michelle. You know how to party.
Dang, boy, I know you're in the military. You know how to use that knife? We need to sharpen it?
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't used it for anything in a hot minute. Tripp, a little something for the podcast, plus your wife deserves a treat too. Thank you. I'm going to not give it to her. Hopefully she's not watching right now because her birthday's Monday. Like it's for me. I'm kidding. Would have packed some Coors Bacon to prop up for promotional purposes. All right. No, you go away. I love bubble wrap, but I hate it at the same time. Fireball.
But there's a reason for that. Hold on to that.
Ink cartridges?
Well, you know how to be creative.
Nope. Eggs. Yes. Hendrix. Even better. Man, I should have brought gin tonight. Well, I have gin. No, wait. I have tonic. I have tonic, but I don't have gin. I have gin and tonic.
Now you have. Now you have both.
Michelle, you are a wizard. And I don't know how to use a box because I am what people would call.
I'll just remind everybody else that it's 2 hours later there. See, look at that. Just little things make you happy, right?
Thank you so much, Michelle. You are the boss.
Okay, so you know why the fireball's there, right?
No.
Well, I'll tell you. So I, go through your other podcasts, and I listen to them usually on my walk in the morning with the dogs. And I thought, damn, these people can talk. They talk for a long time. I thought, I don't know if I can do that. So I made a little list here. Don't look, but if everybody else sees it. So if you do any of these things on my tic-tac-toe board, you got to take a fireball shot.
If I do any of the things on that, then.
Now, this was the original list. I'll let you see this one. Free shot. But then this is actually my list over here.
Oh.
So I thought, okay, well, if he does any of those things and I say, oops, time for you to take a shot.
So you made rules. So once again, you know how to party. All right. All right.
You're young. You can do it. Oh.
Yeah. So not to bring up that conversation, but like, what was it? There's been a lot of stuff recently where it's like, I don't think I'm old, and then I see something, I'm like, fuck. So what is it? I used to listen to Limp Bizkit when I was in middle school, right?
Yeah.
Somehow, like last week was like the 20th anniversary of like their third album, and I was like, okay, all right, not bad enough. But right before I got out of the Marine Corps.
Oh, bless your heart.
Yeah. I'm yeah.
Just wait. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, but right before I got out of the Marine Corps, like I didn't join close enough after 9/11 because I was in middle school, so it wasn't like I joined because of 9/11. Like I joined a little bit later, but there was people showing up that were born after 9/11. I was like, oh, you're joining the military. You're born after 9/11. Honey, sweetie, darling.
Hey, guess what?
Chicken butt.
I think that chicken got a butt, throw it in the corner. I think about that stuff all the time because I see someone, I go, "How old are you?" Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I got in trouble. Almost got in trouble for school or at school for that because we were talking about. Well, I wasn't talking. I was like next to these two really chatty chicks, and one of them said something that dated herself, and she was like, "Oh yeah, blah blah blah, I'm whatever." And I kind of like huffed at it, and I was like, "Wait, what do you mean that you're this?" Or they were like, "Why did you huff at that?" And I was like, "Last time I killed somebody, you were in 6th grade." And then they were like, "Oh, sorry."
That's good.
So, yeah.
Hey, do you remember how we first met?
I want to say it was on one of the Authors Challenge things.
Yeah, but more specifically.
See,
this is that male Venus thing. Let me help you out here.
It had something to do with either Texas or guns.
Guns. Yeah. So I had to go back and look, like almost 2 years ago, and I posted this thing with all these different guns in it, right?
Yeah.
And I think he commented it probably late at night, just guessing, just throwing it out there. I could go back and look, I guess. And you're like, "Hey, all right, I could go check this out." And I remember seeing it in the morning, going, "Oh, look, it's like at 1:30 in the morning. Oh, I'm a military guy looking at my guns, buy my book. Got it. Oh, okay."
Little did you know.
And little did I know, 2 years later, we'd be sitting here on a podcast together.
Yeah, shit. We've been on Instagram for 2 years. Now I feel old.
I know. Times have changed. Your hair was a little bit shorter then.
Yeah, I actually haven't got a haircut since I got out of the Marine Corps. Because I had to get one for the most part once a week. Sometimes, like I would say 3 times over the course of 2 weeks. Sometimes, depending on what was going on. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make up for lost time with this. And then it got to like here-ish, and I was like, yeah, I should probably cut this. And I was like, wait a minute, if I can just give it like another year, I can like donate it to
Logs for or whatever.
Yeah. And then I was more recently going to go get a haircut again because I'm like, you know what, fuck it. But then like COVID happened, and it's like I'm not sitting in a barbershop.
Are you not sitting in the barbershop because you're worried about COVID, or just because you're just trying to use that as an excuse?
Yeah, I'm using that as an excuse.
Okay, just want to make sure.
There's absolutely nothing that I do that isn't for my own well-being, and I'll just find it to justify it later.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Yeah, I sometimes worry that I'm a narcissist or a sociopath, and then like I'll Google it. It's like if you're worried about being a narcissist, you're not.
If you're not,
it's like I don't trust WebMD on this. Like,
yeah. Well, there might be some validity to that, just a small bit.
Maybe. Well, I mean that's the other thing too is like if you're anybody on any type of social media, you kind of have to be a narcissist. Like, look at me, look at my shit. Aren't I cool? Like, I mean, that's kind of what goes into it. Like, if you weren't show off, look at me, you wouldn't be on fucking social media for anything besides liking pictures of cats and making sure your grandma's okay.
Okay, have you seen that movie, Social Dilemma?
No, not yet.
No? It's a good movie. You need to watch it because it's about Well, it has the top people from like Pinterest, Twitter, Google, anything. Twitter, everybody, right? All the top people that like designed it, and they're like going, "Hey, when we designed this, we had good intentions. We wanted to bring people together, but we really didn't have any psychologists there helping us out, and we didn't realize what we were creating actually causes more divide. That people are looking at likes and they're thinking, oh my God, I got to do this for a like."
Do it for the gram, baby.
And so then they're talking about how it's just changed, and how the younger generation, my kids' generation, how they just don't have relationships. They don't know how to make conversation. They're so obsessed with filters and everything else, that it's actually created the exact opposite of what they wanted. And at the end, they talk about how none of their kids are on social media. And I thought, and really it just goes down to the algorithms.
Right.
They know exactly how many milliseconds that you're on an ad. And then they only send you ads that they think you want to see. So you don't get to see the whole story. You only see what you normally pick. So if you and I were on a browser together and looking at best toilet paper, it would have two different answers, It's toilet paper.
Yeah, which, once again, in the age of COVID, we shouldn't be looking up what kind of toilet paper to get. We should be looking up what guns and how to infiltrate certain areas and lock picking to acquire the toilet paper in the first place. Like, beggars can't be choosers. Listen, this is already breaking and entering. They're gonna fucking arrest us if they catch us. We might get killed in a fucking shootout. All right, so I need a body armor, I need a lock picking shinobi kit, and I need a baklava.
Which states are gun toting states? But that's the other thing. Have you ever seen like some of the stuff people ask on anything? Nextdoor. I don't do Facebook. But they're like, "Hey, does anybody?" I'm like, "Just Google it.
Yeah.
Why are you asking all these strangers?"
Well, I mean, if you ask the Google machine, the government will know that you're asking that, and if you ask it on Facebook,
true.
Your friends will know.
Which is worse.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, is that they're all interconnected too, because there's some big like spider web information hub. So like if I Google, like, I don't know, cruise tickets for whatever fucking reason, then on Facebook, which isn't Google, will know that, get a bunch of information and ads about that on Facebook, which kind of gets scary when you're researching a book, because it's like, all right, I need to know how to make explosives out of shit in my kitchen, and then I also need to just type in, "Hey dude, it's for a book, don't come to my house."
That private browser.
Yeah.
No, listen, you know me, I write about conspiracy, so I'm all in.
Yeah.
We're just having this conversation right now. I'm sure Charmin toilet paper is going to pop up here in a second. So
yeah. And then what was it? It was a neural toxin that they were smuggling out in high-end wine.
Yes. Well, you think it is. You're not sure. So remember my books, I just write about whatever I do during the day, and I just put like an evil twist to it. At the end, you're going to realize Maddie's got her own share of issues.
Yeah, but what were you doing in the Alps, looking at helicopters, with cars driving around while you had a Barrett 50 cal? Like, I didn't think those were legal to have in that country. It was a tourist thing.
I really think I was reading some book at the time. It might have been Scott Harvard and one of the Brad Thor books where he was in the Alps, and I thought I could write about the Alps. I mean, that's how little thought and time I put into actually writing. I mean, okay, let's just throw it in.
Oh, no, I'm right there with you. I'm just good at bullshitting people about, like, yeah, dude, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Trust me. I'm an author.
Well, that's why you thought I knew about guns. Remember? And I had to tell you, I was like, no, I don't know anything about guns. Like, I asked my son to tell me, to fact check me. He's like, Mom, you can't do that one. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me use another one.
So what you're saying is it's the exact opposite of Mom!
No, I actually do. And I'm like, hey, come here. What do you think about this? He's like, oh, God. He's like, you really need help. I'm like, I know, isn't it great?
Well, I mean, it's good to do that though, because like there's some books I've read where like it was people would be talking about, you know, a gun, and they would just be like completely like way the fuck off on it. Like, so like Glocks, they don't have hammers or safeties, right?
Yes.
And there was a book I was reading, it was a while ago, I forget which one it was. And this was like this is like a New York Times bestseller. And in the book, somebody pulled the hammer back and flipped the safety off on a Glock to show the other person they were serious. And I was like,
yeah, no.
Buddy, guy, like Google is your friend. You're not that old.
Even little indie authors like us know to fact check some stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we have to, because like.
Oh, listen, they're vicious on spelling, fact check, you name it. They can catch it.
Yeah.
Kudos to them. But you know what? You fact checked something on mine, and what did I do? I was like, yeah, great. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Let me throw that in there.
Yeah. What was it? You sent me like a manuscript for Teller, and you referred to Chinese as people, and I was like, no, communists are not people; they're property of the state. You can't say that, Michelle.
Hey, I made change. I put you in the book. I mean, come on.
Too.
I did.
Which was awesome, by the way.
I'm surprised you're not asking for royalties yet. If I was making any money, I'd give you some.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like, nah, dude, look, I got more books than you. I know how much money comes in. I'm not asking for anything. Dude, no, and like the royalties for it's like bullshit too. It's like, man, I sold 100 books this month. What am I? $38. All right, cool.
You get that much?
Yeah. Well, no, I got a couple friends that were like, I was like, hey, you want to read this? And like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest. No, I'm like, well, thanks for being honest. But I was like, do you got a Kindle then? I'm like, yeah, just download the book. It's free. Just scroll through it because they'll pay me anyway. He's like, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah.
Hey, I carried that. Which one is it? Book 3 or book 4 of yours? That's like this thick.
Oh yeah, the fourth one. Chain Smoke Your Problems Away. It's a brick.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know. I carried it all through Italy because I thought I'm gonna read this book. I have time to read it. I'm gonna read it. This big. No, I didn't read it. I think I read 5 pages. But
hey, on vacation, you're not supposed to be reading. You're supposed to be like getting drunk and like being a. I think the term is the ugly American. Like, I'm from America. What's up? Oh man! Oh my God, the Louvre is amazing. You're in Rome. It's
the Vatican.
Oh.
At least help me, keep some of the, cheese and bread and wine, off by carrying and lugging that book.
So,
which is great, by the way.
I have a question about that in a minute, but since we're talking about Italy isn't traditionally known for cheese, but I want to imagine that since it's in Europe, it's got good cheese anyway. Is the cheese good?
Yeah. Yeah, all the food's great. Pasta's great. Now it is, we're not used to it because they don't cook it all the way through like we do. It was awesome. Wine was awesome. The only problem, problem. So we went to a couple wineries and we're like, this wine's so cheap. I mean, we're gonna buy it. Yeah, we'll take 10 cases. And then they're like, okay, to ship that back to the United States, $1,500. I was like, oh, we'll just take a bottle. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we're good. Thank you. It wasn't that good anyways.
Dude, no, shipping is a fucking pain in the ass because
there's a business there.
Yeah, no, I made a painting for Damian Larkin, the guy that wrote Big Red, and it was the same size as the one I made for you.
Yeah.
And it was $50 to fucking ship. And it's like, why? There's a plane going anyway. It weighs less than a pound.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
No, it's a ripoff. My next dream job, I think I would have someplace where I could own it here, ship all the wine, and then people could come to me where they don't have to pay all these fees, and I'd just be their, I guess, foreign distributor. Not like,
I think the word you're looking for is drug dealer.
That's what I thought. I didn't want it to sound like that.
No, but speaking of that, fucking to tie into the conspiracy theories, and there's a lot of conspiracies in these books. If anybody's watching and wants something good to read,
there's a lot of historical fiction in there.
Yeah, no, but what I was going to say was the Kennedys, the way they got their money is like Big Daddy Kennedy set it up back in the early 1900s to where every bottle of alcohol that comes into the United States from somewhere else, they get a penny.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
You know, my last name's been Wilson. My last name's been Packard. It's brought nothing for us. Big bad goes zero. No relations anywhere. I've tried. Anybody related? Anybody? Nope.
Yep. It's almost like though they want us to make it in our bathtubs or in the basement. You know?
Okay, so when did you write the first book?
So I wrote the first two together, actually. I wrote them while I was on the USS Bonhomme Richard that recently fucking burnt down while I was outside of Okinawa. And then I wrote the third one in my barracks room, and then I wrote the fourth, fifth, and sixth at work. So I was gainfully employed.
Hey, a little overachiever. I mean, really, do you have to rub it in? You wrote these books while you worked, did the art, did the music. I mean, bragger.
No, but anyway, going back to my books, that's something I wanted to ask you. All right, so for those of you listening that haven't read the books, you don't know, but there's somebody in the books that isn't necessarily the bad guy or the villain, but is still the bad guy. It's the main character's on and off girlfriend. Her name's Samoom, and I have a question for you because I know that you didn't like that character as intended for the writing. But
oh, yeah.
Would you rather be stuck in an elevator with Samoom or Carol Baskin?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Let me think about that.
And why?
I'm gonna have to go with Carol Baskin.
And why is that?
And the main reason why, so I could say, fucking Carol Baskin. That's what I'm going for. See you, buddy.
Yeah, dude, how fucking crazy was that shit? Like, why did we like what do you think that?
Don't you think if that can make it into a series, that your book can make it into, I mean, a 10-year series, don't you think? I think so.
Yeah. Although I question whether or not that show would have been as popular as it was if it wasn't released right at the same time everything got locked down for COVID and nobody could go outside.
Yeah. True.
I mean, I'm sure it would have had some ride, but I don't know if it would have went all the way up.
Yeah. Our daughter is not really big into I mean, we love movies in terms of my husband, my son, but my daughter's not too big. And
I don't know that you like movies or music or anything.
Stop it. So like, listen, I mean, think about this. Look, I'll backtrack to that in a second. But think about this. If you write a book that's about alcohol, about travel, and you throw in every movie, anything that you possibly do, that's it. That's a write-off, right? You think, hey, I'm right. I need this for my book.
Right.
You know? Well, yeah, the CPA actually doesn't agree with that after a certain period of time.
Yeah.
They kind of frown on that. They're like, Michelle, you can't write off that whole trip. I'm like, really? But I wrote about it in book 3.
Damn it. No.
And think about the sponsorship opportunities. I write about some great cars. I'm really just trying to help everybody out. I mean, that's just me, just kind-hearted. You know,
I'm trying to bring awareness to Maddie. All right, because nobody knows what that is.
Okay, so back to Carol doing it that time. So my daughter doesn't watch, so she only watches documentaries. She's like, let's watch this, Tiger King that she's heard about, on Netflix. And we watched it, and my husband and I laughed, and we were howling the whole time. And she was kind of like, she watched it, but she, wasn't her gig. But I was like, this is so funny. This is must-watch TV.
Yeah, the only thing I'm really surprised about that show, though, is that it didn't take place in Florida. Because that
in your hometown.
I mean, if it could have happened in fucking Jacksonville, like Limp Bizkit came out of Jacksonville, like why Tiger King? And don't tell me that Tiger King isn't some Florida shit.
I agree. But Oklahoma is, it's there you go.
Texans get mad about that. Like, me and my buddy Jude, we had an argument one time, and I was like, "Yeah, you're probably from Oklahoma and fucking lie about it, right?" Fuck you, man.
Hey, guess what? When you live in Colorado, so we, before we moved during COVID, we bought all those masks and we got the Texas masks. Well, we wore them here. Not anymore. they don't think kindly about that. Or if you have Texas plates, no, we had to change those pretty quickly.
Oh, so it wasn't the mask; it was the fact that it was Texas.
Just Texas, just Texas.
Fucking foreign invaders from the great nation.
You'd think to be, hey, we're supporting your economy here. Everybody's coming over here.
Yeah, we're doing the opposite. You fuckers are supposed to be moving to Texas and ruining it, not us moving to Colorado and ruining it. I haven't been to Colorado, but I fucking love Texas. Like, the reason I moved to Pennsylvania was because when I was getting out, I put in, or I applied to UCLA, the University of Houston, and Penn State, and then Penn State got back to me first. I was like, all right, well, that makes that fucking decision. But I really wish fucking Houston got back to me first. But
I bet. Yeah. But I'd be glad. I mean, Houston, the humidity there kills you.
Yeah,
it's like 110 plus humidity, 120.
Yeah, I'm from Florida. Humidity is like there.
I know.
On the plus side of moving to Pennsylvania, though, I have not seen a mosquito in like 3 years.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's very good, especially where you lived. Aren't you like out there in the boonies? What do they call it?
The sticks, I guess.
Yeah.
So like I'm on top of a mountain. So like where I'm at, town is like 10 minutes away or 20 minutes away. And by town, I mean like a gas station. And I'm also like, I think like 700 feet up from that too. So it's always 10 degrees colder than it is down in town. But like I'm so far out in the sticks that like I don't have cell phone reception here. And they call this place a city, but there's less than 200 people here. So I think I'm technically a villager.
So do you deliver your own mail, pick it up?
Yeah, like they don't deliver mail to my house. I have to go to the post office to pick it up.
Yeah. How far is that?
Oh, it's like right down the street. It's I mean it's like right there. Like so we have houses, a fire station, the post office, and then a convenience store opened up a couple months ago, and they have cigarettes and pizza and Coke and eggs.
Well, that's all you need.
Yeah, that's about it though. But if I want beer, I have to drive fucking 20 minutes for it, which is the only negative thing.
Oh, like, is it a dry county?
No, it's not a county. That's what beer is.
I went to school at Tech, so when I drove up and went over the railroad tracks and went to the store, and I was like, "Where's the beer?" They're like, "You have to go across the railroad tracks to the strip to go get." I'm like, had I known that, I probably would have gone to another school. But it turned out okay.
Yeah, no, and then Pennsylvania is weird with that too because like you can get beer and wine at a gas station, but you can get 6 packs or a bottle, and like you can buy as much as you want, but no, I'm sorry, you can't. You can only buy 12 beers at a gas station.
Why? What happens if you're?
But right next door is the state store, and they sell 30 racks, and that's okay. But you can't get liquor there. You have to go next door to that to the liquor store to buy liquor. Yeah. The liquor store does not have wine or beer. So if you're having a party and you want champagne and beer and Jack Daniels, you have to go to 3 fucking different stores. Now, granted, they're almost always like in the same little strip mall thing. So go here, go to the car, go here, go to the car, go here, go to the car. There's no driving in between, but it's still like, come on, man.
One store. Just one store. Let's make it easy. You know what's great about this new place we're in?
What's up?
I walked to the liquor store, which was not even 2 blocks away. Picked up my stuff. Walked over here, picked up that. Walked over there, picked up that. One day, this state might open up, and I can go to the movies and out to eat in public too.
Maybe one day. Although I couldn't be trusted with the liquor store 2 blocks away because like I wouldn't even like come home with it. I would just like 4 Locos.
They might put a little block on you.
Yeah. Although like
maybe that's the reason your store only lets you bring 12.
I don't know though. Like I've learned a lot of valuable life lessons by drinking Four Locos with fucking homeless people in fucking LA. I'm just saying, Los Angeles is a fucking great place.
Oh, there's a lot of that here in Denver. Yeah. My youngest has never seen homeless or anything like that, and we moved here, and he's like, "Why are we living here?"
Well, it's not even that. It's like why would you be homeless in Denver? Like
it's cold. Yeah.
Walk somewhere else, man. Like what's the temperature there right now?
Right now, hold on, I'll tell you. It's 42 degrees.
Yeah, dude, fuck being homeless in Denver. Like walk your ass to California.
But I tell you what, tonight it's supposed to drop like 20 more degrees, 7 inches of snow. Tomorrow high, 11. Now we're not used to this, so it's gonna be really interesting. The whole reason why we moved here is my husband's like, he's lived in Texas all of his life. He's tired of the heat. Let's, get someplace. And our son was gonna go to Boulder, which he's doing online right now. And we thought, yeah, okay, let's give it a try. Yeah, it'll probably take 2 or 3 days in that snow where we're going,
Yeah. So first off, I'm excited to see what your fucking Instagram looks like in like 3 months. Secondly, people say
it's gonna be like The Shining.
Yeah. And people say that both ways. Like, dude, the heat sucks. Let me move somewhere cold. Or, dude, the snow sucks. Let me move somewhere warm. You lived there for about a year, and you're like, you know what? Maybe the heat wasn't that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I will say we took the dogs today. It was beautiful. All the trees down the parkway is gorgeous. And tomorrow they're not going to be there. So yeah, it'll be interesting what we think.
Yeah, and Tommy's over here in the comments saying, "Wait till she sees May snow." It's like, yeah.
I know.
Wait till it's fucking June, and there's an inch of snow on the ground, and you're like,
Hey, there's 2 good things about cold weather: turtlenecks and the little fleece sweaters that you can just throw over anything. So you can be wearing your pajamas, just throw the fleece on, and you're good. So
yeah. Now, see, the thing about the turtlenecks though is, you're already messing up because it's a straight black turtleneck. Nothing else. I mean, like pants, but like no jacket. You can wear a blazer, but you need
the look.
Yeah.
The look.
Mm-hmm. It also helps to have a pocket pistol in your boot.
That's good. Well, but hold on. I got to make sure I take notes. And what kind of pistol would I put in my boot?
Well, you could put Walther in there, or you could put, I guess it depends on how big your boot is. Springfield makes a couple nice pocket pistols. They're polymer though. They don't make steel small frame pistols, which bothers me because I don't like guns that my dog can eat.
Yeah, that'd probably be problematic.
Yeah.
Does Scully eat a lot?
Yeah, she chews fucking everything. Like everything. Like she got the
I feel like you neglected her because when you first got her, she's, oh look. 3 months later, never see a picture of that dog again.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just saying.
She's a chow. She's a chow. Like they get to 6 months old and they go to sleep, and then after that they like wake up, eat, go outside, chew on something, go back to sleep. Like low maintenance. Like I only got that dog because chows are furry. They have very low energy and they make really good foot warmers. So I'm sitting here writing. She's taking a nap. My feet are under her. We have a very close, loving relationship, even though she's only awake for like 45 minutes a day.
Do you think that people buy their dogs because they look like them?
I don't think they buy dogs because they look like them. I do think, though, that they grow to look like each other. It's kind of like same thing with people, though. Like, people start dating, get married. Like, they don't look like each other when they meet, but give it a year and.
That's true. Do chows shed?
A lot.
Yeah. So do labs.
Labs are sweet, and chows are sweet too. Well, different kind of sweet though, because like labs are normally sweet to everybody. Scully is really sweet to me. She's really sweet to my wife and my sister, and she gets stabby around everyone else. So it's like, oh, hey, new person, I don't know you. I think I need to bite you, and it's like, no, you're going in the back room. Sorry, I love you. Go cry in the side room. We'll take care of the strangers that are here. Hey, you want a beer, man? Sorry, I can't order out for bite.
What dogs do you not like?
Yorkies. I fucking hate Yorkies with a goddamn passion. And
I don't like it. The small dogs, period.
No, and, like, my wife has one, and it's like 14, and hopefully it'll die soon. But
hopefully she's not listening to this.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, but it's very, if you love me, you're gonna love the dog. It's like, all right, I love the dog. I won't kill it today. Got it. It's very Princess Bride. It's like, all right, hey, yeah, you're a piece of shit. I hate you. I'll kill you tomorrow. That's not what happened in the Princess Bride at all.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look. Did you do a movie quote or movie? Look at that. That's one of my things there. That means you have to drink. That means you have to drink. You can't see the rest. I'll put a little X on that one for you. I'm kind of. Let's see. I haven't done that. Nope. Man, I'm really kind of second guessing some of my choices here. Okay, so when are you gonna release 7, 8? When are you gonna release 7, 8, 9?
So seven is done. 7's done. I have this much of 8 written.
Do you need a beta reader for 7?
I might, but I'll send them to you when they're all done. So it's done. And then I want to say 8's like 3/4 of the way done. It would be done by now if I didn't have school or responsibilities or a house or.
Oh, that's it. Okay. What are you gonna do with this degree when you're done?
Fuck it if I know. Go work at the post office. No, I actually send out resumes.
Open up a new convenience store.
Yeah. No, I actually sent out a few resumes this week just because like I'm tired of school and it's getting very taxing. Especially,
are you tired of teaching yourself because that's what the universities are doing?
Yeah. So what I did was my plan right now is I sent out a bunch of resumes or my resume to a bunch of places. And my plan is if I can get hired before January, then I'm just going to go work and then fuck it with school. But if not, then I'll just keep going and not fuck it with school, but like, fucking just switch to like online and keep doing it. It's pretty much online anyway. And it's.
Don't you think these universities have to change what they're doing? Not just because of COVID, but it certainly has escalated it. That you have all these schools, like I'll use, CU where my son was supposed to go. It was all online, and he's like, "Mom, I'm going to be living at home. It's stupid for us to pay out of state." I was like, "Yes, yes, you're right."
Yeah.
And he's teaching himself. So even my other two, well, one just graduated and the other one's a senior. They do the Zoom calls, but they're still teaching themselves. I just think that whole model for universities got to change.
Yeah. No, like the only, I want to say good teacher I've had 2 good teachers. Well, maybe 4, like 3.5. One of them was a philosophy guy, and he was
the one short.
No. He was one of the good ones, but he was a real smartass, and he was also like a shitbag until he was like 40 and then got his life together. Like he moved to France for a bit and then got a doctorate in like psychology. And then like that whole class was just arguing Socrates, and like he wouldn't let you get away with anything. He would just beat shit in your head. So he was good. I had one art teacher that was good because she was actually teaching us shit. Actually how to do stuff. And the rest of my art teachers have been, not that they weren't, nice or good people or anything, but like it was like, all right, so we're just gonna like experiment with ideas in this class. And like my mindset is like, I'm in school, teach me how to fucking use the fucking brush. I'm not concerned with what art means. I just want to fucking do it. The other thing with the art teachers though is I've had a few that I was older than and had more experience than, and I learned fucking nothing in the class. And
That's
like,
cool.
I understand that it's a little bit different going to this class when I'm not 19, but I haven't been to college. I'm supposed to be some like dumb troglodyte. You're supposed to be teaching me, not like, all right, well, it's been 15 minutes. I'm done. Here you go. Everyone else needs 2 weeks. No. And then my other two good teachers were both German teachers. And it was because like they didn't use the book much. And it was like, hey, listen, we're going to sit down and we're going to speak in this. And at this time, we're going to stop speaking English and you're going to learn by fucking immersion, motherfucker. Like, sink or swim, bitch. You know.
So how good's your German?
This is good.
Okay. Well, I'm 9.
Well, I mean, like German's basically.
That's all I got.
I mean, because like German and English are like the same language 1,000 years ago, and then like English just got more French in it.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean the grammar's atrocious, but once you figure that out, it's all right because like no matter what you do, the sentence structure was always going to be like subject, verb, and then time, manner, place, and then if you have more than one verb, you put the other verb at the end. So if you would put a sentence together kind of like I go Thursday hard to house running.
Yeah.
Instead of I ran to the house. But
hard. So I got a degree in Spanish also. I can't speak English now because of it, because you know they put like 2 C's in one word versus where we'd have one. They, you know, basically how you pronounce it is done differently. So now I can't speak either one very well.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, no, the only thing I know how to say in Spanish is like yes, no. I think I can count to 10. Thank you, and then I fucked your mom in the back of her car.
Oh, qué bueno.
Yeah. Bueno, yo trabajo su madre en la coche. Yeah! So speaking of that, though, I do think that Maddie and Hank would be, if not buddies, like, I tolerate
best friends.
Yeah.
Listen, when reading your books, I actually thought, okay, Hank and Doc, the 3 of us would be the 3 amigos. I mean, I was right there. I was like, oh yeah. We'd be in a lot of trouble. So, and my favorite video you did was the one, oh God, it's so funny. I wish I would pull this up. You did kind of like 10 things. You know, like the first thing's this is what I learned. Second thing's this. The 5th thing, disregard the first 5. You know, I don't remember what you did.
Oh,
but it was funny.
Those were my 10 personal rules.
Yes.
So,
yes.
My 10 personal rules.
Like in Afghanistan or something, but I think you just meant in life.
Yeah, no, it's in life. This is in life. Apply this to your life, and your life will work out somewhat okay.
Yeah.
Don't talk about Fight Club. Don't talk about Fight Club. If you can't identify it, don't eat it. If you cannot determine gender, do not engage in sexual congress. Rules 1 through 4, do not fight in combat. Don't waste alcohol or tobacco. Shit. What are the other ones? Oh, wait, no. Don't waste coffee. Don't waste tobacco or alcohol. When in doubt, do what makes for a better story. Be polite, be professional, but have a plan to kill everyone you meet, and don't piss off God.
That sounds pretty reasonable, man. I don't see why I might have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Why does every guy like Fight Club?
I don't know.
I mean, I liked it. It was good. I mean, who doesn't like Brad Pitt, and who doesn't like
Edward Norton?
Yeah, Edward Norton.
Well, there's reasons not to like Edward Norton, most of which
he's great.
To him not being a good actor, but
you don't think so?
No, I think he's too stiff. Like he fits in a lot of roles. Like he was good in Fight Club because like he wasn't acting. That just seemed like him.
Oh, what was that movie he did with like the priest and Richard Gere? Primary Fear.
Oh,
or Primal Fear.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a hot
minute. It was good.
I love Richard Gere. Did you see The Jackal?
Yes. Yeah.
That was a great movie. Dude, that was like one of my dad's favorite movies when I was growing up. Like we watched it a lot on VHS. It used to scare the shit out of me. I don't know why. Like that scene where that one dude comes up to the van and like tries to open it, but there was like some like toxin on it, and like the dude like starts convulsing and like, puking his brains out. And I was like, oh God.
Like the Russian guy with the ricin. Yeah.
Ricin, yeah.
Hold on, let me write that down for my book. Okay, favorite movie.
Last Action Hero.
Really?
What's wrong with Last Action Hero?
It's good.
In a movie, like it's a parody of 80s action movies.
Oh yeah.
Schwarzenegger. It's like it'd be like if somebody made it'd be like if say Michael Jackson was still alive, right? And he made a Weird Al type album about himself.
Yeah.
It'd be like if Michael Jackson covered, Fat or Eat It.
Well, he can't do it because then he'd have to do it. Well, is it going to be a pedophile movie or show or? Who knows?
That's not the judge.
Oh! Did you just play with your hair or beard? Oh, that's right there. That's a drink shot.
God damn it, Michelle!
Oh, my bad. You got another person.
Wait, what? Wait.
My bad.
Wait, did you like send a list to your friends? Be like, hey, everybody.
No. I just made a list of things that I thought you'd do.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. I have a question.
At least gave you Fireball.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so if you listen to these podcasts while you're walking in the morning, how do you know what I do physically?
Well, that's listen. Okay, so I'm a little.
I'm getting suspicious, Michelle.
No, because here's what I do. So I go to your link. I go to YouTube. I probably go the long way about it. I should just go to YouTube and describe, but I do it, and I can never find it when I do YouTube. So I'm just like, just go link. It's easier. So when I do it, then I'm walking with the dogs like this, and then remember I'm in the state of Colorado, so. Even though I'm outside walking with the dogs and no one's around me and I don't have my mask on, if somebody's coming towards me, I either have to move all the way out or pull my mask on. So then I end up putting it in my pocket, just listening to it. And then I have to pull it back out because I'm thinking, what did he do there? And there was something, who was the girl? Is she a porn actress or the porn industry? Was it Amanda that you or somebody did? We were talking about. I can't remember. I thought, it's one of your recent ones.
Oh, so I thought, you mean last week's podcast?
Yeah.
No, she's in a rock band in Australia.
No, not the last one. The other woman. I can't remember.
Oh, Diane.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to look this up. Hold on.
I haven't had any porn stars on here. I
wasn't a porn star, but y'all are talking about the porn industry.
I don't know. You're gonna have to Google that one. I get drunk for these. I don't fucking remember them. Like, them later. Listen,
I know. That's why I had to pull it up.
I've emailed a lot of porn stars asking them to be on, and they would be on either red or don't respond at all. They're fucking worse than literary agents. It's like, listen, I'm not trying to fuck you. I just want to talk to you for an hour. On the internet, not even in person.
I like what you did with your site.
Oh, I can't see that. It's just like white to me. Oh, thank you.
Where you put all your Project Refit up front.
Yeah.
Okay, let me think. It was with Amanda Robertson.
Oh no, like she was just an actress. Like a stage actress, like works at a playhouse. I mean, granted, I'm sure they do dirty shit backstage, but like, I mean.
Anyway, so that's what I do when I walk. So I don't necessarily get to see all your facial expressions, but I do know that you'll do your hair or your beard.
Well, I mean, with like gorgeous looks like this, like who wouldn't want to play?
Well, exactly. Now, do you put it in a pretty man bun sometimes, or do you just let it,
No, absolutely fucking never. I will put.
You don't borrow your wife's ponytail holders or anything?
Oh no, I have ponytail holders. I put it in a ponytail. Like, I don't live in Colorado, Michelle.
There are a lot of man bun here.
Gotta have enough testosterone around.
Yeah.
No, but then like I get self-conscious about it though, because like every once in a while I'll see a picture of like me with like a ponytail, like looking the other way. I have a really flat back of my head. Like, you know, most people like rolls around and like you got their neck back here and then like it goes back out on their shoulders. It's like a fucking like 2x4 back there and just like straight back down. And it's like, oh God, the back of my head. I have a square fucking head. Yeah.
Do you think anybody notices that?
I'm sure they do, but it's like one of those like polite things where it's like, I see that, but I'm not going to say anything about it. Speaking of not saying shit, I wanted to tie this back to something we were talking about earlier.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Chuck Palahniuk or Palahniuk or whatever the fuck his name is, the guy that wrote Fight Club, the book. Have you ever read any of his books?
No.
So there's two I want to talk about. One of them is called Invisible Monsters, and it's about what is it? It's this deaf French dude, transsexual woman, and a former model. But the model was like a high level, you know, like Victoria's Secret, you know, fashion model. And someone tried to kill her, but they botched it up. So they shot her, but it just blew off her jaw. So she's like walking around with her teeth and like her tongue hanging out. And it was called Invisible Monsters because it's like people look at you like a monster, but then they pretend like they don't see you. And they went around committing like real estate fraud or some shit. But there was another book he wrote. I'm sorry, it was a short story called Guts.
Yeah.
And, you might want to sit down for the basic plot of this one. But
okay, I'm sitting.
He does a live reading of it when he like presents it, or did back when he did his stuff.
Yeah.
And what the audience is supposed to do is I think like the reading takes like a minute and 30 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to read. Real short story. And you're supposed to hold your breath while he's reading it while you're doing it in person. But pretty much
what everybody passes out.
Yeah, or like you're supposed to like be quiet or like not make facial expressions. Like you're supposed to be like a stone the entire time he reads this.
I could never be in that audience then.
Fucked up short story. So what happens is there's this kid, and the kid's like this fucking like sexual deviant, and like he figured out that he liked, you know, the hole at the bottom of a pool that like sucks the water down.
Yeah.
He figured out that he liked to have his butthole on that while he was jerking off. And he got stuck down there, and his intestines got pulled out. And he was underwater trying to get out. And the only way he could do it was like to gnaw through his small intestine like he's a fucking coyote and get back to the surface. So,
hey, I'm going to trust you on this one. I think.
Yeah, yeah. So he more because he doesn't have intestines, and then also because what was going on in the pool, his sister was pregnant with his kid on accident. And the way he tells it is like a lot grittier than what I just said. And you're supposed to like take that in without expressing it. And it's like, how the fuck are you gonna sit there and be like,
no. See, I'd be like this. I'm out. I'm good. Best of luck to you.
Yeah. So my mission in life with my books is to top that.
Well, you do have a couple scenes in there that might do it.
Yeah. No.
Okay. Are you ever going to do audiobooks?
At some point, but what I want to do is I want to hire a couple actors to like do different voices of different people. Like I want to say like I would get someone else to be like the narrator.
Yeah.
And then like I would play Hank, and then I would get somebody else to play Doc, and then like all the other male characters would be.
I want to play somebody.
And then like all the female characters. But
well, I tell you, my problem is, first of all, I think you should, voice it because I think that would lend to it. And it's probably the same reason because I listen to other audiobooks, and even though I've read the book, because they have somebody else doing it and it doesn't sound like how I read it, then I think I don't want to listen to this. So, yeah, who knows?
Yeah, no, fucking audiobooks are like really hit or miss with me. Like I try to listen to audiobooks like when I'm on a road trip or like driving really far.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are just like boring as shit. Like there's been books that I loved the book and then gone back to like listen to the audiobook of it like while I'm driving, like, dude, this guy fucking sucks.
What? I know, that's the problem.
Yeah. On the other hand, there have been people that have done the exact opposite. Like The Phantom of the Opera, the book. I fucking hated it. I hated that fucking book. But I found a audiobook version where Christopher Lee did it, and I fucking loved every minute of it. But, you know, like that dude could have been saying, you know, carrots, potato for an hour and a half, and I would have fucking listened to it anyway. So, I mean, fun facts about Christopher Lee, though. You do know who Christopher Lee is, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Christopher Lee, I'm going to tell his life story a little bit backwards. So, Christopher
I can't wait.
Those of you who don't know who he is, he's the guy that played Saruman in the Lord of the Rings movies. He also played Scaramanga in The Man with the Golden Gun, the James Bond movie from the 70s that most people probably haven't seen because Roger Moore was the fucking worst James Bond. And, oh, God, that was a fucking bad movie. But
they were all good. Are you kidding? I love them all. Daniel Craig? Hot, but go ahead.
We'll get back to James Bond. I have stuff to talk about James Bond.
We'll talk about it.
Anyway, where was I going with this? Okay, so it was like the behind the scenes stuff. They were talking about like the making of the Lord of the Rings, and they were doing some sound effect stuff about somebody getting stabbed, and they were trying to make like a good like sound for it. And Christopher Lee is like, yeah, that's not what that sounds like. And then everybody's like, I'm sorry, what? Turns out Christopher Lee, back in the early 1940s, was in the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That was a real fucking thing. And pretty much what he did was he went around Nazi occupied Europe stabbing fucking people to death. Granted, you know, they were normally Germans that wore a lot of red. And they were asking about like the stuff that he did back there. And he was saying that one of the things he did was he trained a team up in Norway to go destroy a Nazi heavy water facility so that the Nazis couldn't build nuclear weapons. And they're like, well, what else did you do? He's like, well, the other stuff he did is classified, which, A, if you are destroying Nazi nuclear fucking bombs, what the fuck are you doing that's still fucking classified? I need to fucking know.
Exactly.
After the war, he gets out of the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare and starts freelancing. And what he does, he goes down to South America and he stabs Nazis to death in their fucking sleep.
Oh, is there a problem with that? Oh, okay, go ahead.
Oh, no, the other thing with this, though, is his cousin. You might know him. His name's Ian Fleming.
Yes.
Wrote
Look how you tied that all together, buddy. You go.
Yeah. His cousin Ian Fleming wrote a series of books based on him.
See?
Yeah. So for those of you that aren't putting two and two together right here, Christopher was the real life basis for James Bond.
See? You know what? Another reason why you need to be listening to these podcasts, because you can find out information like this too.
Yes. And now for some dumb shit. Okay. So I think that because I'm one of those snobs that like, I like to compare the movies to the books, no matter what the fuck it is. I think Daniel Craig portrays James Bond the best compared to the books. Timothy Dalton is my favorite James Bond, but Sean Connery is James Bond. So like, that's where the fucking argument really ends on that one. Yeah.
Timothy Dalton didn't do too much for me.
He was only in like 2 movies.
Yeah, for a reason. But because just didn't do it. No? Just didn't get it. No.
Hey, whatever totes your goat. Who on then?
Who does? Let's see. Edward Burns.
No. James Bond.
Oh, James Bond?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just saying I'd go with the. Well, I'd have to say actually Roger Moore to a certain degree, only because I'm a little bit older. Sorry, that's who we grew up with. And then I'd have to say Daniel Craig. So it's like you just did a smooth character on it. But my favorite movie is The Last Action Hero. So
what is your
we probably have different tastes.
Probably. What is your favorite movie?
You know what? I love a ton of movies. I love any movies from the 80s.
None of you boil it down to one because you asked me my favorite.
I know, but that's just too hard because I have favorites at different time of year. I think Inception was great. I loved it.
What I will say about Inception though is the soundtrack doesn't get enough of a fucking credit because like while that was a good movie, I do think the soundtrack was fucking better. Not that the movie was bad, just the soundtrack was that fucking good. And the soundtrack gets no fucking credit for some fucking reason. It's like, imagine watching that movie in complete silence. It would still be good and make sense, but it wouldn't have like kicked you in the fucking teeth.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what other movies. Because my family gives me grief because, you know, anytime Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson, all the movies from the 80s, they're on, I'll find it. I don't know why. I just, you know, it's just comfort. I guess because I know how the ending is going to be. You know, I know Die Hard, he's going to kill everybody. You know, it's a Christmas movie. So I don't know.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie. I got this
It is.
case that it's green and it has fucking snowflakes on it.
God, I need to do that for my next book. Make it a Christmas book.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maddie Baker saves Christmas. I swear to God, though, if Santa Claus isn't in it, you and me are gonna have words. Maddie saves Santa.
Oh.
Book 4 of the Maddie Baker trilogy.
Hold on. I'm writing a note right now. Hold on.
Maddie and Mrs. Claus are
going after it.
Oh, have you ever seen a movie called My Blue Heaven?
Yes, with what's his name?
Steve Martin,
Rick Moranis or whatever, isn't it?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite movies growing up. I watched that movie so many times. I bought that movie on VHS. Watched it so many times that like the tape broke and I had to like tape it back together and it was like all warped and you couldn't like really watch it or listen to it anymore because the tape was so fucked up.
Yeah. And you know what's terrible about that? All those old movies, I don't know why they haven't figured it out. They never put all their soundtracks onto iTunes or something so you could find it.
No.
You can't find it anywhere.
No.
Wrong. There's a business. There you go. There's your business.
Another thing with that too is there's a lot of people that like try to do that and like fuck it up. Like Blade Runner, the soundtrack for Blade Runner. If you listen to the soundtrack from Blade Runner, they just took the song out of the fucking movie and put it on a track. So it's like you get like 3 seconds of a song and then like a conversation, like gunshots, and then like the sound of like the flying cars. And it's like, I don't want that. I want the fucking music, asshole. Nope, can't have that. I will go fuck myself. I'm sorry.
Now, did you watch the new Blade Runner?
Yeah, I did. I liked it. It got a lot of hate. Like, I don't think it's as good as the first one, but like, it's still a good movie. It's
I thought so.
The other shit that came out in 2017.
What's the last show you watched on Netflix? Or Hulu or whatever.
So right now I'm watching Future Man.
Future Man, what's that about?
So, it's a sci-fi, but it's also it's actually primarily a comedy. What happens in it is in the year, and then by 2050, that leads to World War III, and World War III is worse than you can imagine World War III being. So what happens is like the survivors are in this civil war with the establishment, and they create a video game that's like impossible to fucking beat and send it back in time. And then the main character plays this video game and no one's ever beat it. And it's been out for like 5 or 6 years. And then he beats it. And then as soon as he beats it, you know, time travelers show up.
Like, wait a minute. Isn't this like from that one movie, that Stargazer or Star whatever, where the kid's playing the game the whole time and he has to go in and beat it?
Yeah. Similar to, what was it, Ready Player One, I think is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah, similar to that. By the way, movie, I haven't seen the movie. The book for that, though, is fucking phenomenal. It's pretty much like you get like 25% of the book is action story, and then the other 75% of it's like 80s references. So
yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but then after that, you know, they have to like time travel to like, you know, save the world, but they keep going back because the people from the future want to kill the guy that like cured herpes, but the main character is a janitor at the pharmaceutical company and he's friends with the guy. So he's like, I understand this guy needs to not do this, but instead of killing him, let's just go like ruin his bachelor party so that like his confidence and doesn't do it. Okay, that didn't work. Let's go back to when he was in college and like fuck up a frat party and hope that leads to him not doing it. And then like every
I'm noticing a trend in your movie selections, but go ahead.
they just fall in their face. Well, what is this trend you don't understand?
Well, it's just that that sci-fi, a little far-fetched, is
Well, no. Sci-fi is the best. Sci-fi is the best genre, and I will defend this to the teeth. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because
let's hear it.
Sci-fi is never strictly a sci-fi. A sci-fi is a sci-fi and a drama, or a sci-fi and a romance, or a sci-fi and an action, or a sci-fi and a western. Like every category that there is, all you have to do is like make one character an alien, or like give somebody a laser, and it becomes sci-fi. Like if Maddie Baker,
I think this is a promo for Smokepit Fairy Tale.
Yeah, no. If Maddie Baker, who is the lead protagonist, and by Michele Packard, that you should totally fucking read. If she had a plasma rifle, that would technically make them sci-fi books.
See, I've been missing out. Oh my god, all this time. I just needed this. I just needed a plasma rifle.
Yeah, or say that like the wine is made out of like I don't know, fucking meteorite or some shit, and then it's like meteorite wine.
Really hoping to get those endorsements, but it hasn't come through yet.
No,
you notice she drinks very fine wine. By like ZD Wines right here.
What is that? Tell me about that.
It's a great winery in Napa. In the book, she drinks Asparagus, which is if anybody that drinks that as their everyday wine, by all means, leave your spouse and go meet them. Even my husband would tell me, "Go, girl."
Is your husband not a wine guy?
Huh?
Is your husband not a wine guy?
Oh no, he is. But he knows that if somebody's drinking that every day, then they got a pretty good life. So, anyways, maybe ZD Wines will sponsor us.
Yes.
For our show.
Sponsor Michelle, and hey, Jameson. I've been drinking this like every show. Give me like $1, or just send me like free Jameson. I'll just drink it on the show for free. That's all you gotta do, Jameson.
Oh, wait a minute. That's one of my things here. Gotta drink. Drink.
Read it.
I said court. Well, you can't read it because that way you don't know. I said court.
No. Don't show it to me. Just like read it off the page.
Or Guinness. So really, I mean, I made a sign for us.
Please sponsor.
Sports clips. That one's for you.
Wait, I have a question. How did this not trigger that though?
Because you didn't mention it. You know what? And don't worry. I had on my list to ask about patches just in case you didn't. So because I knew it'd come up. What was your first patch? Because that's got to be the most special one, right?
No, and
It's not.
No. I should probably fucking do like a whole video on fucking patches and shit at some fucking point. But so I started off with patch jackets because like my dad had a few. Sorry, not a few. He had one, and it was back when he was working at a cold storage place, and they gave you like a nice insulated, like puffy '90s jacket, and he put all his air patches on it. And I ended up getting that because like, hey, you're 10 now, you get my jacket. But I had a jacket in high school that, hold on, I can see it from here. It probably has like 10, maybe 15 patches on it. Not a whole lot, but they're all just like random shit I had. Like, it's got an American flag. It's got Ace Frehley, a NASA patch. And then,
did you go to NASA or did you just want the patch?
No, it was like an Apollo fucking like 11 commemorative patch or whatever. Like, just picked up at a flea market or something. Okay. And then I had another jacket that was my long stander. Like, I fucking loved that, dude. I had to put it down though, just because the patches started being functional. It's like, oh, I have a hole here. Let me put a patch over that. I have a hole here. Let me put a patch over that. And I counted. I think that one has like 150 patches on it. But I wore that from high school. So I'm going to say 2004 to like 2015. And then I had another jacket after that I wore like just in 29 Palms. And what? Fuck, that would have been like 16 to fucking 18. And that one's got a fucking buttload of fucking patches on it too. But that one also came into the same problem where it was like the patches became functional. Not because the jacket was old, but I was in a phase of my life with, I guess, the right people or wrong people, depending on how you look at it, where it's like, all right, it's Tuesday. I haven't been in a fist fight in like 2 days. And I also haven't been drunk in 14 hours. So that
what's happened to me?
Yeah. So that jacket got roughed up a bit. And then I got this one about a year ago, maybe. So.
Okay, what was the last patch you put on there?
I think I put most of them on at the same time because it was like I was retiring another jacket.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, well, this one's got to get retired. I got to get my mandatory, whatever. Because like, all of them, American flag, the battalions, I deployed with. And then like after that, it's kind of freelance after that. But one of the reasons that I like having a house, and by having a house,
besides a roof.
Yeah. Well, no. Like, so me and my wife have an agreement where the basement is like my empire and the rest of the house is all wife shit. But I found out that mannequins are like fucking $40 on Amazon. So all my old like, so do I condemn them to a slow moth-eaten death in a closet? Or do I buy a fucking $40 mannequin and fucking post them up in the fucking basement? So I got all those other fucking jackets I was talking about on mannequins down here in the basement.
Are you going to bring them out for Halloween?
No, they're good with their head.
Okay.
Yeah.
First concert you ever went to?
Journey and
Journey.
Oh, fuck, who was the other one? Journey and Def Leppard. And that
interesting. Hold on. Let me think about that. What? Journey and Def Leppard.
That would have been Virginia Beach in 2005. And then shortly after, and then the other one is like, I don't know if it counts as a concert because it was We Are Scientists and Arctic Monkeys, but it was in a bar in Norfolk and there was like 20 people there. It was like before either one was famous.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that still counts.
Yeah. But I think it's cool because like I saw the Arctic Monkeys before they were famous.
Well,
what about you? What about you? First concert?
Well, mine would have been Foreigner, Jukebox Hero. So a little bit before yours. And I'm trying to think of last concert. I don't remember. Maybe Eagles?
Yeah, I haven't been to a concert in a fucking hot minute either. But I have two things off that though that I do want to say.
Okay, let's hear.
My buddy who the character, what's his name? The character Fowler is based off of in my books. That dude in real life. He posted something on Facebook the other day where he was talking about driving around with his kid and they're listening to Foreigner, and his kid was like, "Dad, what is a juice box hero?"
Well, nobody could understand back then anyways.
The other thing is my aunt
a little bit of different parting back then.
Yeah. The other thing is my Aunt Barbara has a house like 2 blocks away from the beach in St. Augustine, Florida. And Tom Petty used to live next door. By time I got there, they were divorced. So I've been to Tom Petty's ex-wife's house.
Have you? Well, I've been to his concert with a t-shirt that says TP Take Me, a Woman in Love. He didn't. And I actually went to his last concert. It was at it was in Napa. I'm going blank on the name of it. They do these big concerts every year.
I think the appropriate response to that is
Bottle Rock.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, oh hell yeah.
Better put on that party dress.
No, it was Bottle Rock. And he was there. And I tell you what, he was shaking like this. Now I haven't seen the documentary, but documentary basically says that he was in so much pain from like breaking his hip or something, that he basically overdosed.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I mean, I really thought I was going to marry him. I did. My mom wanted me to marry Yvonne Lindell. So, I mean, they're two not really attractive guys. So, I mean, I don't know what we were thinking at the time.
Well, I mean, no, I'm not accepting that fucking argument because, like, granted, like, he didn't age well, but he was attractive in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. I mean, he was different.
He had really nice blue eyes and, shortcut blonde hair, and he was passable as fucking handsome.
No Brad Pitt, but yes, he was.
Yeah, he was a pretty boy, but he was handsome.
I thought he was unique. Thought he had character.
Yeah.
So
it's like an American David Bowie, just less weird.
Oh yeah, not kidding. I never got into David Bowie. Never got him to Bruce Springsteen either.
No, Bruce Springsteen's weird for me because like his like whole shtick is about like, I'm here for the working man. It's like, all right, cool, you're here for the working man, so you're gonna have like a 3-hour concert on a Wednesday night
and charge him $125.
Yeah,
helping the working man.
No, but like, dude, I'm like all about David Bowie because like, once again, back to the fucking sci-fi thing. Like, David Bowie made like.
Well, that's why I knew you liked it.
Like, no, like there was a part in Chainsmoke Your Problems Away, the 4th book, where, what is it like? Gladevine was, looking over a video of like Marines and sailors doing some dumb shit somewhere, and there's like an incident, and like that played out the same way that Life on Mars played out. It's like, sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh no.
I really think your books should be mandatory reading for anybody in the military. But more importantly, they're not military books. But they should be mandatory reading for them. And then everybody else should read them just for the sake of it, because they have, like you said, a little bit of everything. You got the camaraderie, you have the humor, you have the twisted humor, you have the the alien things, and you have the relationships. Has a little bit of it all. So
yeah, but no, they couldn't be mandatory reading, especially for people in the military, because there's an underlying theme in all the books, which is the government. And I know
that might be a little problem.
Yeah, I know this is kind of either an oxymoron or hypocritical, whatever the fucking word it is, because like, listen, I did spend 12 years in the Marine Corps, but like, I'm going to tell you a horror story right now. It goes, I'm from the government. I'm here to help.
Okay, so you might have referenced before in your books, you're not big on Air Force, right?
I mean, like, they're there. So like two things on that. Like, there's obviously the easy punch where it's like, look, I joined the Marine Corps to fucking kill people. They joined the Air Force to like work in a fucking office. But like at the end of the day, like they still joined the military. They still tried. So like, I'm gonna knock them, but like, you can't really knock them too hard. On the other hand, fucking when I was in Afghanistan in 2008, fucking I don't know if the Air Force fucked up or the guy on the radio fucked up, but somebody dropped a fucking 2,000-pound bomb a little bit close to our fucking convoy and like flipped over a bunch of our fucking trucks. And it's like, hey, thanks guys, thanks.
Yeah, that communication between the branches probably be a little beneficial, I would think.
Yeah, no, and the other thing though too though is like it doesn't seem like it on the outside, but like as far as internal shit goes, like Marine Corps likes to give a lot of shit to the Navy, the Navy, but in the practical application of things, like the Navy and the Marine Corps are really the fucking same branch. Like the Marine Corps is in the Department of the fucking Navy. Like we don't have our own medics or like religious personnel or that kind of shit. Like they're all sailors. So like in any given platoon, you do have Navy people in it.
I didn't realize that the Navy actually has the second largest, basically planes.
Yeah, no, they're the second largest Air Force on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is kind of funny because the first largest Air Force, if you look at it as far as like, you break everything down, the Army has the largest air force. The Navy has the second largest air force. The Air Force has the third largest air force. The Marines have the fourth largest air force, and then like the Chinese have the fifth largest air force.
Well, let's think about that.
Also, about that? The U.S. Army has the U.S. Army has the world's largest navy.
See, they just do that just to mess you up, just to keep everybody guessing.
Well, I mean, they also have like the most funding, and like when you think about like quote unquote the military, like your mind immediately goes to Army because like if you don't know anything about it, like Army is synonymous with military. So
yeah. Well, I told you that my son is so he's graduating. He's Air Force right now, but he is trying to select to go into Space Force.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So my sister was in the Air Force. My dad was in the Air Force. My dad's dad was in the Air Force. Like, I come from an Air Force family, but I watched Fallujah on TV and I was like, no, those guys look like they know what they're fucking doing. Let me go do that.
Okay, so let's say that again. Who all was in the military? You had your sister? My
sister, my dad, and my dad's dad.
All there. Okay, so my grandfather was prisoner of war in World War II.
Ouch.
Army. My dad was Army. My brother is Air Force. My other brother is Air Force. The one brother is actually retiring in 2 weeks. And then my son will be Air Force.
Oh, well, we'll tell your brother congratulations for sticking it out for 20 years.
I know. He did pretty good, actually. So told him he should stick it in there for a couple more years, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the retirement pay doesn't change much between 20 and fucking 40.
Yeah, he'll probably. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, no, but like a minute after fucking 20, like
out. That's my one brother did that. 20 years he was out.
Yeah.
And my son speaks Mandarin, so I think he's young. He might be thinking 4 years, but you never know. Could be a career, maybe not. We'll see.
Dude, Mandarin's a fucking tough language too. Like my buddy Chuck, who Chuck in the books is based off of. He was a Mandarin linguist, and apparently there's a lot of like weird stuff that goes into that. Like you could say something like exact same like mouth hole movements, but not even the inflection, but like you have to like almost sing it to make it different. But if you don't sing it the wrong way, like you could say like I'm going to the store, but if you say I'm going to the store, that means I'm going to the store. If you say I'm going to the store, that means you're right in your backyard.
I slept with your mother.
Yeah. Actually,
no, he'll tell you that all the time.
Oh, yeah. No, speaking of that, though, the slang in Mandarin Chinese, I'm not going to tell you what it's slang for, but there's a word that we have in English that we have a lot of different words to identify as, but it basically, the literal translation is meat flour.
Meat flour? God. God.
Is that on the tic-tac-toe board? Is that on the board?
That's a free shot right there.
God
there
damn
you go. There you go. There you go. I'm not even and we talked about military, so that's one of them too. So you might as well take two. I mean, all right. Let's just kick this off right. I'm gonna be really disappointed if you don't get these other two though.
Well, I'm curious as to what.
And I think all your guests should send you gifts beforehand.
Dude, that'd be great. Hey, listen. So here's my gimmick. I want you on my podcast, but you gotta send me liquor beforehand. Sorry, times are rough. Like nobody's buying shit because it's COVID season. So I need you to like be a responsible adult and get me fucked up.
Really. If nothing else, they could send it afterwards as a thank you.
Yeah, right. By the way, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Deep Eddies lemon Cosmo.
Okay. Wait. It's pink. Why is it lemon?
Because I put diet cranberry in there because I thought, this was actually going to, be less calories than wine.
Oh,
it's not, because Deep Eddy's lemon's got a lot of calories in it.
fair enough. Fucking so I was introduced to this while I was in Hawaii. Have you ever had a pomegranate martini?
Yes, I have.
That's just delicious.
Well, it would be, except for I don't like pomegranates.
You don't like pomegranate?
I don't like any fruit. None. Strawberries, nasty.
You know that women,
But
right?
bananas. I listen, I can drink grapes. I can drink lemonade. I wonder if my AirPod's about to go out. Hold on. I can drink anything. I don't like the textures.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a lot of counseling there somewhere, but haven't had it yet.
Person got it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on asparagus versus broccoli?
Oh, listen, I can eat vegetables, no problem. Makes no sense. I can eat oysters, no problem.
Dude,
like you throw a strawberry in front of me, I'm like, oof.
So one of the things that I do hate about not living in Florida anymore is there's no fucking good seafood fucking anywhere. The only comparable seafood is in Maryland, and Maryland's a bunch of fucking communists. But they do have good fucking seafood. But
great crab cakes.
Oh my god, dude! Like that fucking crab cakes are good. There's also this thing where it's like they make a cheeseburger, but like between the cheeseburger and like the bun, there's also a soft crab.
Shell crab.
Yeah, and like it's fucking great introducing it to fucking people because they bite into it and like a bunch of guts fall out. They're like, "Oh, why am I eating sauce? That's a liver! Oh my god!" I was like, "Eat the shit! It's delicious, motherfucker."
No, listen, I couldn't do it.
No,
nope. It's a visual texture thing for me. I'd be going, no, I'm good. That's all you, buddy. Have at it.
I guess fair enough. But what I'm gonna round this up to is like being where I'm at isn't much different than actually this is gonna be a two-part thing. Being where I'm at, the only fucking quote unquote good seafood you can get is salmon. And it's like, yeah, dude, salmon comes like it's 12 for 10 cents, like it's fucking everywhere. And that's one of the things I was extremely disappointed in California about, because there's not good fucking seafood in fucking California either. Like they have the best Mexican food on the fucking planet. Sorry, fucking Texas. California's got better Mexican food, but they don't
Oh my God. We got fighting words. California does not have better Mexican food than Texas. Dude, we're gonna have to chit chat about that.
Tex-Mex isn't Mexican food. Tex-Mex is Texan food. There's a difference.
Okay, hold on. You're gonna have to help me out. I gotta turn off my AirPods here. They're dying. Let me disconnect these.
So I see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you. I also see your mouth moving, but I can't hear you. Go to, you're on your Mac, yes? You're gonna have to communicate in like thumbs up or thumbs down. Yay, nay. Ladies and gentlemen that are listening to this later, we were experiencing technical difficulties. Bear with us. Michelle, go to your settings and then switch it from earbuds to internal device. And we'll cut that out later for the other shit.
Hey, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Why is it saying mute?
I don't know. Don't touch anything. 1 second.
Yes, I need help. My things died.
Uno, dos.
I don't know why I won't do it, babe.
Quattro. Wait, can you hear me? Oh, you went quiet again. Okay, all right.
Look, where's the little camera?
Babe, 1 sec. Technical difficulties. Hurry.
Heyo.
Hold on.
It says mic is muted. Oh, is that it? Hey, I'm back.
Turn it up.
All right.
Turn it up.
Hold on.
Michelle.
Okay, I'm back.
What was it a volume thing?
Yes.
All right.
I told you I don't do this very well.
All right. Yeah. No. I could hear you most of the time for that. So.
I even charged these up beforehand. Piece of crap.
Well,
Never gonna happen.
you know what? Let's go on a tangent about that. Like, dude, what the fuck is iPhone or Apple fucking doing? It's like, yeah, listen, you don't need to have like a headphone jack in your phone anymore. We're gonna use this like Bluetooth bullshit. It's like, dude, no, put the fucking jack in there. It costs you literally 15 cents to do that. Like, I did my fucking research. Like, you motherfuckers have slave laborers in fucking Africa digging out cobalt to put in this phone that should cost $15,000. Put the goddamn headphone jack in it, all right?
Hey, listen, it gets worse. You get to my age and all this. I mean, everything changes every time. The new phone changes the jack, changes this, changes that. And you're like, let's just go back to simple times, man. I did a Zoom call. I didn't realize that I wasn't on mute. Yeah. So I'm sitting there going, what the fuck is this shit? Well, everybody heard it. Like, oh, my bad. I was talking about the dog. Sorry.
Yeah, whoops.
Oh, look. Another cigarette.
Wait, hold on. No. Read that one to me real quick.
More than 5 cigarettes.
That's cheap. That's fucking cheap, Michelle.
Hey, you gotta learn how. You can play with the big dogs. Gotta learn how to play.
You're fucking shameless. You're fucking shameless.
Whatever it takes, man. Whatever it takes.
No, I get that. But when you're on your fucking walk tomorrow morning and you're listening to this again, because
I know
you're a fucking narcissist, which is, you know, why any of us are fucking on Instagram. I just want you to know when you're listening to this tomorrow morning, I hope your dogs are doing well and that the park is nice and the weather's nice and you're having a happy walk. Michelle!
Did you say something about dogs?
That's not on the fucking list. You have to show me that shit.
Actually, I said a dog had to make an appearance.
Well, the dog did not make
an appearance. Dog hasn't made an appearance yet. Hold on. Come here, Scout. Tripp. I didn't say whose dog. Tripp, come here. Okay. Serious topic here.
Serious topic.
I got an idea for you for a job.
What's up?
So, Howard Stern's getting $120 million a year for his show, right? So, I think. Oh look, Scout! Oh look, Scout! Come here, Scout! Come here, Scout! Oh, is it a dog appearance? Come here, Scout! Scout! Oh, there you go, Scout!
Jesus Christ, that's a huge fucking dog.
He's gained a little weight since we got here.
No, that's a big dog anyway. Like.
No, he's gained almost 30 pounds since we moved to Colorado, which makes no sense. We've been hiking him every day, walking him, and I took him to the vet because he's having problems.
No. He's getting fat for the winter.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's a thing.
We're tested his thyroid. I'm like, good gracious. Okay, so the Howard Stern. Here's what I'm saying. I made a little sign for you. See if you can read this one. See, you can have your own show. much cheaper. Well,
yes, yeah. Dude, I'll do that shit for fucking $30,000 a year.
Exactly. You know, and I could be Robin. I mean, Robin's got a good gig, right?
Well, actually, is Howard Stern in Los Angeles or New York?
Howard Stern, Los Angeles or New York?
Who?
Howard Stern.
New York.
New York.
Okay, I would do that for $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
No, I'd take that back. I would do it for $1 million a year because, like, I fucking hate New York. I mean, it would take a lot of money for me to be there in the first fucking place.
I mean, Howard doesn't play an instrument.
No. Like, I would do the radio show for fucking free. You would have to pay me $1 million a year to just live in fucking New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like fucking
remember, Howard doesn't play an instrument, so you do that. You write books. Howard's written a book, but really, did he write it? Probably not.
well, no. So like here's my thing
You
on that.
love the banter. You love the banter.
I do like to banter. We can do that. But to go back to our what I was bringing up in my mental state with this is I'm not going to get too political. I'm not going to go into too much shit. And
Man,
if we want to have an argument, we can have a fucking argument. But I will never vote for Donald Trump off the virtue that he's a fucking Yankee, fucking New Yorker.
that's the reason why.
Yeah,
There's a lot of things to
that's the reason why. And then people are like, well, so you're voting for Joe Biden, right? It's like, no, he's from Delaware. He's a Yankee fuck too. I'm sorry. There's this thing called the Mason-Dixon line, and that's where I draw the fucking line, motherfucker.
That's it.
That's fucking it. Fuck him.
Good to know.
I don't fuck what your fucking political beliefs are. Oh, you're from New York?
Out.
Mm.
Now you got a bunch of good friends that are from New York.
Quote me on this.
Fuck them.
And this might just be the Florida in me coming out, but
Oh no. Sorry, y'all.
fucking Yankees.
Fucking Yankees. We'll make sure. There goes Oakdale. Okay, stupidest thing anybody's ever said to you.
Oh, ever? Dude, there's been a lot of
I know.
fucking
I know. There's so many to pick from.
Stupid as in what? Like stupid as in ignorant, or stupid as in like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Or like stupid as in like that doesn't make sense?
Probably both. Like I always have the people that do the, oh, you have twins? I'm like, yeah, boy and a girl. Are they identical?
I mean,
A boy and a girl. What do you think? So kind of like in that realm.
Oh well, I mean, like I don't know how big you are into fucking like memes, but there was like one of those about that where it's like, yeah, so people always ask me what the difference between like me and my twin are, and I would say the biggest difference is Janice has freckles and blonde hair, and I have a penis. I don't know, man. Like people said a lot of fucking dumb shit to me. How about this? Do you mean like dumb shit I've heard people say in person, or somebody said something directed towards me that was fucking stupid?
I'd say directed towards you. Let's have fun.
Okay, you know what? I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna go off on a fucking little bit of a fucking like rant that I think's fucking like personal to me.
No.
Where it's like motherfuckers that are like, oh my god, dude, I fucking loved your book, and it's like, oh yeah, cool. What'd you think? It's like, dude, I loved how it was all these like different little like short fairy tale things, and they're like just like tied together, and it's like, oh, really?
You didn't read it.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. You. I'm sorry. And I quote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. Like Aesop.
They said that they read it.
Hold on. Aesop, Maddie Baker. This is about Socrates when he moved to Macedonia and decided to take up bread baking, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's probably like all your family members when they go out to leave the reviews too.
So I have a funny
they haven't
story.
read it either.
Yeah, no, I have a fucking funny story about that, which on one hand is very hurtful to me, but on the other hand, I take extreme fucking pride in it. I have an aunt. Her name's Janine. So a little bit more of a backstory to this. Like I had a very bad fucking childhood. Like I haven't talked to my mom since I was fucking 18. Haven't willingly talked to her since I was 10. Very abusive fucking bullshit. My aunt Janine pretty much fucking raised me. For the part that I didn't raise my fucking self. However, she was really fucking big into the fucking Game of Thrones books, right? And we were having a conversation, and she was like talking. I was like, "Yeah, listen, I loved the HBO show It is so fucking good. However, it is garbage compared to the books because this happens in the books, which doesn't happen in the show, and this happens in the books, which doesn't happen in the show, and this happens in the books, which doesn't happen in the show. And then I was like, so have you read my books? And she's like, yeah, I read the first one. I had to put them down because it's too graphic. And I was like, so wait a minute. My books are too graphic for the game.
But you'll read this other stuff that's
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so dude getting his fucking dick cut off after fucking dude's banging his fucking sister is okay, but my shit is too much.
Wasn't that great when he pushed her over or pushed the kid over?
Also, you're fucking killing children, which is the thing where it's like, okay, so you're excited about that, but my stuff is too much for you.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, dude, I get it, I understand. But the other part of me is like, dude, fucking yes.
Hold them accountable.
Yes.
So, wow, that's interesting how you can watch that and not mine. I thought there were some similarities. My bad.
Yeah. Although, like, I would
We're
say
rewatching Breaking Bad right now.
I would say in her defense, though, that like, whenever you do read a book, you do put the author into perspective for what's going on in the story. And I would imagine that while she was reading it, she was imagining me doing all that shit.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different when, like, you know, hey, listen, my adopted son is going through this shit. I don't want to.
My kids said, two of my kids say that they can't read our books or my books because of we don't like the scenes with you and Dad. And I'm like, well, first of all, you know, it's not me.
Wait, hold on. What scenes? There was like a scene where like
exactly.
was like in lingerie.
Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, I have people like you say, put some more smut in there, man. Throw it down.
No, like fucking like my shit. There's like hardcore fucking pornography in it. Like your stuff. Like, not to talk down on it, but it's like, yeah, dude, this is like a really raunchy night on NBC. Yeah. Like, it's
my kids are like, we can't. I'm like, you realize it's not me.
Yeah,
it's a fictional character. And the guy in the book, you know, looks like, you know, Superman and John Stamos, and the woman looks completely nothing like me. You realize that?
When you say Superman and John Stamos, do you mean Maddie's husband or those two Navy SEAL guys?
Maddie's husband.
Oh, because like those Navy SEAL guys, I imagine looking like Charlie Sheen and Michael Biehn.
I love that movie. Did you not like it?
No, I love that movie. Like,
I do too.
So
he's like, I'm a little jacked up right now.
But I fucking love fucking anything Charlie Sheen's ever been in.
Me too.
Dude, fucking yeah. Like I grew up with Charlie Sheen fucking shenanigans, so like I'm like, yeah, listen, I will agree that Charlie Sheen's probably not a good actor, but that's not gonna stop me from fucking enjoying that shit.
Exactly. No, I thought he was awesome. Two and a Half Men, loved it.
Yeah.
He did it when the other guy, Ashton, whatever his name, he did it. I was like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But actually, Michael Biehn was the one that was hot in that movie. And it's referenced in my book. Just saying. You know, people read the books, they'll see.
Yeah, and there's only 3 of them, and they're like only this long. You can read them in an afternoon, so you should buy them on Amazon and then read them. And then after you read them, you should fucking leave
a review.
Review on Amazon. You fucking troglodyte.
I know.
It doesn't have to be hard. I know that you're concerned about not being able to write some poetic bullshit. All you have to do is click on 5-star and then say it was good.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all you have to do.
Listen, I'm like, yo, I don't need a recap of the book. Just say, hey, I enjoyed it, I did. I mean, you don't have to recap it. They can read the sleeve.
Don't ruin it for me. Just say it was good. Read it. No, but no. And I'm going to apologize to everyone because that's obviously too much to ask. No. I'm sorry for putting that pressure on all of you.
No, I love this one. Hey, I have your book. You know, I'm reading, but I thought, well, it doesn't take that long to read. They're short books for a reason. I have a short attention span. Squirrel. So.
Exactly.
See, if you had your new Howard Stern show, you'd be able to talk about this stuff on there.
Yeah. Although, like, my experience with like Howard Stern was like watching the show on like cable, like after hours, where it was like infomercial, porno, Howard Stern for a little bit.
Yeah. No, I watched the movie. I think I've listened to the show once in a while when it's just on the car or something. But it can go a little over the top for me at times.
Yeah. So I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that he got his start with he was working as a janitor at some radio show, and like the radio host didn't show up, and they're like, "Hey, we need somebody to cover this. You with a mop, get over here." And he's like, okay.
See? Just around the corner, man. 2021. It's looking good.
Yeah, no, I sent my one of my resumes, or I'm sorry, not one of my resumes. I sent my resume to a radio station for a graphic designer position this week, and A, hopefully that fucking works out, but like B, it'd be really cool. It's like, hey, you picture drawer guy, you're funny in the fucking break room.
Come on in there.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We gotta bump up your LinkedIn connections.
Yeah. See, I'm kind of worried about LinkedIn though, because it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, dude, I get this, you got all those fucking connections here, and it's like a professional version of fucking Facebook without all the fucking other dumb bullshit. Yeah. But I'm afraid of saying some shit on there, and then like,
yeah. So you don't need to speak on there.
Yeah, and they're like, hey, so you said this. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, no, that's gonna be
What did this alligator do to this mannequin?
Yeah.
Hey, where is my pal?
Where's your who?
My pal.
Your pal?
Yeah, Space Gator.
No, Space Gator's not here. We're talking shit right now. What the fuck are we diving into? What are we complaining about?
Space Gator.
God damn it, Michelle. God fucking damn it.
Oh, my bad.
Michelle, there's
We didn't have to drink for the dog.
We did not drink for the fucking dog because my dog was not here. Wait, no, that was the free space. You don't get a fucking spree. You don't get a fucking spree. I'm a little drunk. I can't say spree space. I can't say free space. It's spree space right now.
Spree space.
It's kind of like that thing in France with the Grand Prix.
Oh, stop it. Edit in the morning.
A spree space.
Okay, hey, have you heard of Drizzly? Because they don't have it in your neighborhood, I can tell you that.
Did you say grizzly or sprizzly?
Grizzly. It's no Drizly.
Grizzly. No, I've not heard of Grizzly. However, they
deliver alcohol to your house.
This is a good time. I don't know if I could deal with that though. But speaking of grizzlies though, fucking I was talking to my neighbor, and we were talking about there was like fucking 14 deers in our backyard together fucking a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, like, you know, the deer right here. I'm like, yeah, dude, the deer right here, I fucking saw him. Like it was like right after fucking dusk. Like, you know, we're fucking out here smoking a cigarette. There's like fucking a bunch of fucking deer back here. He was like, yeah, you know, I was out here too. Like, yeah, we said, what's up? There's a bunch of deer back here. And like, you know, I moved in here like what, fucking a year and a half ago ish. And he's like, yeah, you know, you gotta wait till fucking spring. You're gonna get a bunch of fucking bears back here too. I'm like, oh, so there's gonna be bears in my backyard. Okay, all right. Trying to thought process this because I got the dog out, and the dog has to go out because they have to like, pee, and there's gonna be bears here, and fuck, like you can't just fucking kill a deer, or I'm sorry, you can't just kill a bear
Yeah.
with whatever's out there. And
People frown on that.
yeah, no, not it's not that people frown on that, but it's like I don't have time to like run back into the house and grab my fucking M14. It's like at the best, if I'm feeling fucking paranoid that day, I might have my fucking 45, and a 45 is gonna kill a fucking deer. I'm sorry, bear. A 45 is not gonna kill a fucking bear.
Even Maddie knows that.
Yeah, but the gun store they go to, they're selling Desert Eagles, and I really fucking want a Desert Eagle, and Desert Eagles are like fucking $1,500, and I don't have $1,500 spent on a fucking Desert Eagle, but like my dog's life is in fucking danger. My dog's life is in danger when
How
I
are you gonna make the book
figure out
for?
to fucking pee, and if I go outside to let my dog pee and all I have is a 45, that's not going to stop this bear. But if I go buy this Desert Eagle to go walk my dog with, that might stop a fucking bear. But I got a little angel on one shoulder and a little devil on one shoulder. It's not really an angel and a devil. It's more like a, hey, buy this. And the other one's like, hey, you're banking the thing.
I'm thinking the angel doesn't.
Oh, no. Like the devil's like, buy it. You have the money. And the angel's like, no, you need that money to like, pay for like, electricity. And the devil's like, but if you don't buy it, the bear's going to eat your dog. And the angel's like, but bears could eat your dog. So I'm in this dilemma where it's like, do I spend the money that like I don't really have?
I'm thinking
On $1,500 to like go buy a Desert Eagle to kill a bear, because it's like twofold. It's like, first off, Desert Eagles are cool as shit and they kill bears, but like that's stretching the budget a little bit.
I'm thinking when you get the Howard Stern show, then you buy it. That's what I'm thinking.
Dude, I wish they'd kick me off after fucking week 2, because they'd be like, so I'm gonna say something really fucked up. Turns out like subject A,
He needs a protege. I mean, think about it. He's getting older.
he is. I'm kind of surprised he's still on.
No. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you got going tonight besides passing out?
No. This right here, this is my plans for my fucking Saturday night. Please sponsor Coors Jameson. Any
Decent wine. That's for me. Sports Clips is for you.
I have a question about that though. Why is decent spelled Delicent?
It's not. I just don't write very well.
What do you mean you don't write very well? You're an author. You should know how to spell words.
No, I listen. I don't know grammar. I'm just telling a story.
I guess that's fair enough then.
Yeah. Listen. It's been a lot of years since I've done English classes, so I still have to go back and go. How do you do this again? I don't remember. Does it really matter? But yeah, it does.
Well, I mean, that's one of those things though. It's like it does, but at the same time, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So to tie this back to some other shit, this goes back. I'm going to tie this back to the German classes I'm taking now, and like also precursor. I would not be taking any fucking language class if the major didn't requirement, and I'm sorry, if the major didn't require it, and I think it's stupid that you have to learn a language in college, because I've been to fucking like 15 different fucking countries, and the only people that I've ever met that didn't speak English were Mexicans in fucking San Diego and fucking Taliban. I've been out in the fucking hills, middle of fucking nowhere, Malaysia, and the villagers knew how to fucking speak English. I'm sorry, English is lingua franca.
Yeah,
everyone knows fucking English.
I agree.
Yeah. And I also kind of forgot where my rant was going.
But why you haven't taken German?
Why I had to take German. I had to take the major. There was an underlying factor. I'm sorry, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've drinking 6 of these fucking Fireball shots. I've drinking the last quarter of a Jameson and like 3 beers in the last 2 hours. So you're gonna forgive me if I don't remember where the fucking stuff was going. I had a book up early.
All right, I know you had a hard cut off, so we're good.
Yeah, no, we can go for a few more minutes. But...
Oh, but guess what? Oh, look at that! Did you just raise your eyebrow? Oh, see, this is my good times. This might be one of your books. I mean, we're not, outside smoking Marlboro Reds or what do you smoke?
I'm smoking Lucky Strikes, but you know what, Michelle? You know what, Michelle? I'm gonna return a favor. So, for those of you that are listening that haven't read these books, which are the Maddie Baker series, you can find her at Aesop Stories on fucking Instagram, and I would totally suggest reading them because they're fucking good books to fucking read anyway. Imagine if John Wick met Sex in the fucking City, met Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Good fucking read. And then there's a character in the third one called Ainsworth, and he has a chow called Scully. However, due to this,
they might make it in the next book. They might not.
They might make it in this book. Quote me on this. Hold on, give me 1 second. So I've already got the plans for 7, 8, and 9. So in book 11, there's going to be someone named Michelle who gets brutally fucking murdered for reasons that have nothing to do with 1, 2, 4, 5, which has nothing to do with. Hey, by the way, this is all tonight. By the way, yeah, you're welcome. Fucking.
I was a little nervous. I mean, these things were lasting so long. I was like, "There's no way we're gonna be able to go this long."
Well, I mean, we're already at that long, fucking Michelle. And quote me on this: book 11. Michelle, a character named Michelle that has.
Oh, I'm writing down the date.
A character named Michele Baker may or may not get brutally fucking murdered.
Hey, I expect nothing less. Nothing less.
You should expect nothing less, because beforehand I was thinking, hey, maybe there's this like weird fucking like trade situation because we're in this like a post-apocalyptic nightmare, and like everyone thinks that like the way to pray to your gods is by taking your weapon and throwing it in the lake as a sacrifice, and then there's this lady of the lake,
never throw your weapons in the lake,
who dives down into the lake these people make their sacrifices for, and comes out with a fucking sword going, I am the lady of the lake. This is the sword I brought up. You are the next king.
And this is where the creative genius comes from. Okay, just give us some type of, what year do you expect these books to come out of yours? I told you to book around, Italy. So, I've read the books.
So I expect 7, 8. So when I do 7, 8, and 9, I'm going to drop them all at the same time.
Okay. Are we talking next year?
I was shooting for the end of this year, but school kind of got in the way.
Yeah, damn that.
And I apologize to everyone on Instagram because I was doing this thing, I don't know, about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, where I was like reading a book a fucking week and reviewing them. And that got whittled down to a book a month. And that got whittled down to like whenever the fuck I get around to them. I'm not reading any less. I'm just, I read a fucking book about fucking transversant fucking plate tectonics this month,
Exciting.
Yeah, dude. No, super exciting. Fucking dude. I don't know if you know this, but when you have these transversing plates, they have moderate number of earthquakes, and they're normally shallow, which means they're between sea level and maybe 5 miles below sea level, but that's on the Earth's crust. So It's not down in the fucking hypocenter of what causes tsunamis and shit. But yeah, no,
You learn something every day.
Yeah, I am. I really fucking am upset that I can't fucking read more fucking Instagram. I'm reading LD Nash's fucking Demon Assassin right now, and I'm digging it, but she's got
funny Instagram posts on some of those memes.
No, it is, and she's great and she's awesome, and I feel like a fucking asshole because it's like, yeah, I'm reading like a chapter a fucking like week because like, dude, this is cool. I'm digging this. I also have to pass this test. So I got to put this down for a bit and go do this.
I think she understands.
Yeah.
I think she understands.
I hope she does.
Okay, I got some Breaking Bad to watch, but I think you should leave it at, hold on. There you go. This is so all your viewers can watch and make sure they call in. Hey, and when you get the show, damn Skippy better have me on it.
Dude, no. When I do, I will. So, like, my long-term fucking plan, my scheme, my evil plot is to
wake up in the morning.
No. Step A, get famous. Step B, give kudos to people that like gave a shit about me being famous before I get famous. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Because actually, I'm sure you can fucking relate because like no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit that you fucking did this. Because like New York Times didn't fucking talk about you, so like what the fuck do you matter, right?
I think you matter.
No. Like no, us, yes, no, get it. Like I've heard your shit, I know. You're my shit, you know. But your friends and family is like, oh yeah, cool, you publish a book. Good the fuck for you.
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah, like what like oh yeah, it's cool you did that, but you know what you didn't do? You didn't you weren't fucking relevant before I fucking started paying attention. So fuck you. And it's fucking shitty about that fucking shit because it's like I have a couple of fucking friends, and I'm gonna use friends with like heavy fucking air quotes. Heavy fucking air quotes. Like fucking like here's my hand down here and my fingers are up here doing this, and like it was like down and the fucking heavy fucking air quotes on the fucking friend side of that. Where it's like, yeah, no, we're fucking totally buddies. We're cool. We're friends. Blah, blah, blah. What the fuck ever, right? And it's like, dude, they're on a fucking, podcast or on a fucking show or on fucking CBS or NBC or fucking CNN or fucking Fox News. If you can't tell by my inflection, I'm a little bit fucking heated about this. But I'm going to tell this fucking story about this fucking guy that I know, that me and this guy, when we were in fucking country A or B, insert fucking Iraq, Afghanistan, fucking where the fuck ever here, this fucking happened. And, this guy said this and I said this and we're like, ha, 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 ha. And it was a good fucking time. And that's the end of the fucking story. They at no point say, yeah, this guy that said that, by the way, he's also a fucking author, or he's also an artist, or he's also a fucking musician, or here's his fucking name.
I'm trying to realize.
Dude, no, that pisses me off so fucking much. I'm sorry, Michelle, for fucking keeping you here and holding you hostage on this, but I'm kind of drunk and I'm going in rant. And you know what?
Hold on, I'm gonna help you out here.
This is your fault. This is your fault.
I know it is my fault. I love it. I know how talented you are. I love your books, all of them. I cried on the Fonz one. I mean, good gracious. So I have no doubt when you're up there. I mean, I've already written about you in a book, so I mean, you're already famous already.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is like, I have a couple of friends that like, I guess to put it into metrics, have hundreds of thousands of fucking followers on Facebook or Instagram, or whatever. But it's like, they'll be like, hey dude, check this out. And they'll send me a fucking link to a fucking like podcast they were on. And they'll tell some story about like us while we were in fucking Afghanistan. And this whole story goes by. My name isn't fucking mentioned. At no point do they say, go read this guy's book, or this guy's book's good, or I read this guy's fucking book.
No resentment here.
And it's like, the only reason I'm telling this story is because there's one fucking person on social media that can back me up on all my stupid fucking bullshit. And it's like, hey, listen, dude, if you're going to use me as fucking street cred, maybe you could at least say my fucking name. Like, listen, I get it. You didn't fucking read my book. I'm not going to knock you for not reading my book, even though I sent it to you for free fucking 5 fucking years ago.
5 times.
Like, you can lie about it and say that, like, you enjoyed it, but, like, no, you can't lie about it and say you enjoyed it. Okay, all right.
Maybe they can't read.
Well, yeah, no, and, yeah, I get it. You can't fucking read. What about my art or my fucking music? You can't fucking say, yeah, dude, this dude's art's fucking badass. Dude, this guy's music's like...
You can download his music on iTunes.
You can't download my music on iTunes. But, like, you can't say my music was cool or your music was cool or this guy, I was in Afghanistan, that I'm telling this fucking story about. What wasn't fucking cool?
And he does art too.
Yeah. No. And that's it's shitty, Michelle. It's really fucking shitty. And
hey, you know what?
I'm gonna bare my heart to you for a fucking minute if you will let me, Michelle.
Okay.
I fucking love my internet stranger friends. Like, you're my internet stranger friends. Like we're really cool on the fucking internet. We haven't ever met. I don't know you. Fucking, like, we've never been to a fucking party together. Like, we haven't ever, like, sat down in a fucking park and just, like, talked about shit. But, like, we're fucking cool on the fucking internet. There's other motherfuckers that, like, I have literally been in a fucking war with that are like, oh, I'm gonna tell this story, but, like, yeah, fuck all of any whatever the fucking goddamn did. Also, by the way, before we go, I need to know what the rest.
I probably had one more on there.
Wait, hold, what's the other one? What's the last one?
The last one was a dog. And technically, my dog did make an appearance. So
Your dog did make an appearance. So on that,
the other ones were all free shots. free shot.
All right, so I'm gonna let you go here in a minute. But
okay. I just remember this: when you make it big, and I know you will, karma, bitch. It's all good.
Yeah, dude, listen, so fuck karma. Read me what the fucking Foursquare tic-tac-toe bullshit was on that fucking page.
Okay. You had to more than 5 cigarettes, military or Marine reference, words Jameson Guinness are mentioned, movies or song quote. I had a free space, which I really didn't need because I figured I could do. A dog makes an appearance. Plays with beard or guitar. Space skater. Raises eyebrow.
All right. Well, Michelle, fucking, it was actually.
And I would have your books up, but guess what? All my books are in boxes and storage from our move.
No, not her box. Her books are not in boxes in storage. Her books are on Amazon. They're like $8
Pretty cheap.
They're cheaper than fucking fuck, and they're a good read. You got Aesop stories, you got fucking Fable, and you got fucking Teller. And if you're a fan of mine, you're gonna be a fan of this shit. Fucking read these books, motherfucker.
Read our books so we can get sponsored and be famous and be on the shows like this and talk all the time.
Dude, I fucking wish.
That's all we want. Simple things.
Yes. Anyway, read the fucking Maddie Baker series by Michele Packard. Also, I got this many down.
Yeah.
And you drank like what? Most of a martini.
I want somebody to sponsor me. Hold on, the sponsor. There it goes. Want them to sponsor me?
Yes. All
Yeah,
right.
I had to make it fair, level playing field.
All right. So on that, fucking Michelle, it was fucking great talking to you. We'll have to do this again at some fucking point.
Wait, well, I'm gonna make a road trip.
Do it. We'll do it in my fucking basement. My basement isn't creepy. That's just like where my wife fucking makes me hang out.
It's a little creepy when you say it that way.
Finished basement.
Hey, buddy. 2 words. Tylenol and water are your friends.
Wrong 2 words. Simper and Phi.
You go, buddy.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, good talking to you. We're gonna have to do this again.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Have a good one. Bye.